Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Thunder Junction draft here on the channel. If you do enjoy these videos, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, and comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. Okie doke. Our rares. This one doesn't really do much because there's not really an artifact theme in this set. This one doesn't do much because, again, there's not really an artifact theme in this set. Riku is good if you can play him, because there are some modal spells, so things like Explosive Derailment. That's not the best example because it's hard to use this one. But I think it is just not worth first picking because it's a tricolored card. I don't like first picking gold cards. I think Mystical Tether is the best white card. Explosive Derailment is the best red card. And Aloe Alchemist and Rambling Possum are the best green cards. There's not a blue card or a black card I would first pick out of this pack. Certainly not first picking one of these three. I think it's between the Aloe Alchemist and the Rambling Possum. Those are both really good. And I think I'm going to take the Aloe Alchemist because good 3-drops are not as hard to come by as good 2-drops. And this one just really a consistent performer, and I really like it. I think Mystical Tether, I think I would take Possum second probably, and then Tether, and then Derailment. Okay, great start here. Getting to second pick an Outcaster Greenblade. This is one of the reasons to first pick a 2-drop over a 3-drop. Because it's just better to get a strong 2-drop. There's just a lot of good 3-drops. Like, if you just like look around, like these are 3-drops. This is a 3-drop, but like the Possum, you can get the 2/3 nurturing guy that gets you a land. Why can't I remember what it's called? But yeah, there's a lot more good 3-drops than 2-drops generally. Outcaster Greenblade's a great second pick though. Frontier Seeker's good. Mystical Tether's good. Take Up the Shield's good. Consuming Ashes is good. This is good. This is good. There's a lot of really good cards in this pack, but I like taking the Outcaster Greenblade. Even if you don't have a lot of deserts, it's still a solid card, and if you have a lot of deserts, it's excellent. Okay. Pick 3. So, I could try to stick to green for these, but I don't really want to do that. The Treasure Dredger is pretty good. Another nice 2-drop. Sulphurous Springs goes well with the Green Blade. Prickly Pear can be good. I don't think Grizzly's particularly good. It's not my sort of card. I might take Treasure Dredger. I think it's the best card in the pack. It does enable some splashes, which you often want to do with your Green Blade decks anyway. This pack isn't the best. Soured Springs is kind of... like, sometimes you can take it, but it doesn't touch green. I'll take Treasure Dredger. Okay. No legends. Drover Grizzly, just like very replaceable 3-drop. Shucks. Could take a Nurturing Pixie. That card plays well with the Green Blade. Is decent with the Aloe Alchemist. Lone Shark's fine. Grizzly's okay, but this is just a bad pack, I think. 5th pick, Wrangler. Again, no green cards. I think I'm just going to take Mirage Mesa, though. Seeing a little bit of these blue-white stuff. We did just take a Pixie, but that's not really great in blue-white anyway. But Mirage Mesa is always good. Conduit Pylons is also good with Green Blade. It gives you something to do in the late game. I think I'll take Ankle Biter now. Detour. Lone Shark is okay sometimes. So is Prickly Pear. But I already have 2 green cards. Ankle Biter's solid. Don't mind taking it. Now there's a 7th pick Longhorn Sharpshooter. I'm going to definitely snap that one up. Great pickup. There's also Contractor, Siphon Insight, but this card shouldn't be going 7th. I've first picked it before. Now there's a late Prickly Pear. I almost took Prickly Pear over Ankle Biter, but I thought that I would just like stick to my green cards a little bit, but Prickly Pear is great. This card doesn't really do much in this format, other than be a 3/3 prowess, which is definitely solid. It's just its ability isn't crazy. Now we get a Free Strider off the wheel. Take up the shield wield. But remember, this pack had 3 good white cards in it. It had Mystical Tether and some other white card in it, I think. I'll take the Wolverine. I already have 1 Ankle Biter, which does get worse in multiples. I don't like Sheriff, so I will take Wingsmith, I guess. I'll pass the last pick blue cards to people. So looking like we're going to play red-green, a deck that I do like. Feeling pretty good about this 2-drop pick. I don't really view this as a 3-drop. I really like playing it in the late game, especially off the plot in the late game. Okay. Looks like another chance for an Aloe Alchemist. There's also Cunning Coyote, which is good. But I think Aloe Alchemist is better because you can just play a 2-mana 3/2 Trampler. And better stats generally wins the day when you're thinking about these things. Like this thing can push through some damage, sure. But this thing is just like bigger as a creature. So a 3/2 is more valuable because like you can trade it with their 4/3s or things like that. Good start to pack 2. Rakdos the Muscle. This card's great. Black wasn't open in pack 1. Like I have like 1 black card, right? Yeah, Treasure Dredger. So I'm not going to take this here, but this card's really good. What will I take here? I could take the Canyon. I could take Snakeskin Veil. I'll take Snakeskin Veil. The land does go well with the Green Blade and potentially open up splashes down the line. Malcolm's also pretty good. Hellspur's solid. I just like having access to 1 Snakeskin Veil in my decks, at least. Now we get a Savage Smash. Perfect. Savage Smash makes me really happy I took the Snakeskin Veil. This card's good. Nothing crazy, though. I don't like the Pulverizer very much. Savage Smash just helps you hit for a ton of damage. It's really good with my Tramplers. There was a red-white duel. I don't think the Green Blade's going to be crazy in my deck. I'm not going to prioritize the deserts very highly. Rambling Possum's good, I think. Lets you reset things like this card, things like this card, things like this card, things like this card. I often do want to play this as a 4-drop, so 3-drop slot is still fine. Giant Beaver. Totally reasonable card. I don't think this one's very good. Seeing some red-blue cards, but that's fine. So far, so good this draft. This card's actually not the end of the world to play. It's just kind of hard in a lot of decks to get the 2 spells you need. So my creature count, 10. 10 and 2, with my 2 being a Savage Smash and a Snakeskin Veil. The Longhorn Sharpshooter is like an interaction spell, so I would like a little bit more interaction, but I've just been taking cards I'm happy with. Arid Archway. There's Eartha Joe, but I'm not trying to splash in this deck, and I already have enough 4-drops, and this card seems good in my deck because my color requirements are very light. I will take the Naturalist now. Even though my deck doesn't really care about a 3-mana 2/3, it's still just a value card. I don't know if I'd play 2 Arid Archways, but there's nothing else for me to take here. I'm not going to play Gardener. Wheeling Cunning Coyote is crazy. Maybe I'll wheel the other really good red card I saw in my second pack. No, but we do wheel Canyon. I also wield this guy, but I don't think I'm playing that. I have 2 Warlocks. A Mercenary, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. I think the land is going to be better for me. Yes, this was the card I was thinking of. I did wield the Savage Smash. Nice. Gold Pan. Don't mind playing that sometimes. Maybe I was supposed to take the 5-4. I don't think the 5-4 is like too good outside of certain spots. This is a great pickup though. Tumblewag. But yeah, the thing about the 5-4, like I love having Snakeskin Veil here now, especially because I wield the land that I took it over. But the thing about the 5-4 is if your deck doesn't have tons of mercenaries, so right now I have 1, 2, 3 mercenaries, 4 with the rogues, 5, 6 with the warlocks. But I'm not going to play. Actually, no, I will. So I have like 6 mercenaries. Playing a format of 5-4 Trampler isn't always like that inspiring. It's like the difference between that and a giant beaver is not exceptional. Getting a Brushwag is great though. I could take Deadeye Duelist, but I don't really want to. That being said, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to take the land. The land just helps me keep more opening hands. Keeps my mana consistent. Now I'll take a Skewer the Critics. Mount. Got a couple of those. Or equipment. Creature. So the creature's the big one. I'll also just take Gold Rush. Peddler. I think I'll take Peddler. And now I get a Stable Master over another Snakeskin Veil. Sure, we'll take one last job now. Not going to play it, though. No, don't really feel like playing Gold Pan. Might not really want to play Ankle Biter. I'm kind of more on the aggressive side of things here. Decimate, that's funny. Ferocification I don't think is very good. I think I'd rather have Reach for this guy. Plays well with some of my tramplers. Giant Beaver. I think it's definitely better than Quilled Charger. Don't love Tornado. Full Steam Ahead could be okay. And my deck has 16 creatures. Deadeye Duelist. I don't love it. So 2 Arid Archways is interesting. I have a lot of tap lands, so I don't think I will play the Eroded Canyon. Because I have no crime payoffs, and I have a lot of tap lands already for my deck that kind of wants to curve out. So let's see. I'm just going to double check I have no crime payoffs. Yeah, no crime payoffs. So cut that. That gives me 7, 13, 15, 17. So I shouldn't really ever flood out, because if I ever draw one of these, it's just so much extra value. Slightly more green, because I do have more green cards. I don't really want Ankle Biter in this deck. It's kind of a low impact card for me. So maybe I will play the Deadeye Duelist. And then maybe I'll play a Pulverizer and a Full Steam Ahead. Yeah. That seems okay to me. The reason I don't really want this card is because I just don't think a 1/1 Death Toucher does a ton for my deck's strategy. Yeah, this deck seems fine. Got some stuff going on. We will see how it does in the games, though. Yeah, I'll see you folks there. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support the NicolaiBolas channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patrons are the ones who contribute directly towards the channel so that I will be able to make as many videos as I do. They gain access to some cool rewards in the process, like my tier list for each set and things like that. But fundamentally, Patreon is a place to support the content you enjoy so it can continue being made in the future. And for that, I am very grateful. I want to give a huge shout out to those who support at the credits level. It really makes a big difference. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. Easy keep. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Still just going to lead with the Alchemist. I'll save the Peddler for when I know I can get rid of lands, which is probably soon. Sure. So my plan was to go for the Naturalist play. But it's so much better now to go for the Savage Smash, I think. Because it just negates their first 2 turns so effectively. Because now they can't ramp. And this thing is not equipped to anything. Could just be a greedy line. Like that play could lose me the game. Okay. Sterling Hound. Sure. So far, they haven't played anything too spectacular, other than the Buried in the Garden, which is a good card. They're splashing red. Huh. I really like the Peddler in this deck. They just get a 3/3, sure. I should have left the red up there. There was no reason not to. No need to get too aggressive here. Especially when you have full steam ahead. Did I mill it? Eartha Joe, sure. Bristly build. Okay, well that's gonna have to die, I think. Glad I saved my skewer, the critics. That's a lot of damage. Yep. Oh, gosh. At least the Eartha Joe doesn't trigger twice on that. This is tough. You reach for the sky. It's not doing me any favors here. You know what card would be good? It's my Death Toucher. If this was best of 3, I would totally side that in. Coming in with 2 7/7s, and they're going to be able to tap my 4/4. They've only drawn 1 card. Yeah, this has just been awkward. I've been locked into playing 1 spell a turn this entire game. They'll tap this, attack with everything. I'll have to go chump chump. And then if I draw Snakeskin Veil, I'm back in it. So I think this game maybe it was lost by me going for the Savage Smash on their guy. Because if I had saved my Savage Smash, I could have killed one of their more important threats. Yeah. I think being able to use removal as a tempo play is maybe a relic of previous formats that I've played in, where it's actually useful to get big mana advantages, and I should have just saved it. Because then I had to like contort my mana to kill this guy, and never got to use my skewer for really good mana value. It was tough. They played some good cards. They played some kind of clunkers too, but yeah, my eyes got too big with the Savage Smash play. I should have just continued developing my curve and saved it, because then I wasn't able to deal with their like Eartha Joe and stuff. That was tough though. My deck kind of like drew a bunch of its like I was never able to double spell this game. After these 2 in a turn, which was tough. Huh. Welcome. We're gonna keep this. We are gonna have to discard to hand size, unfortunately, but that's how it goes. Unless I draw a land, but it's better to discard to hand size and make sure you're hitting your land drops than not do those things. Okay, Raven. So I won't have to discard to hand size, which is nice. Because it is still bad to like go down on resources, especially in a grindy matchup. And if I can get this Skewer the Critics deployed. Sure. You don't want to target me to get your trigger going? Sure. This could be the exact trap I was just talking about using my removal too early. But I don't have any reach. This thing's probably going to deal 6 to me over the course of the game. And I don't really want to play the Peddler right now. But I want to keep my spells. Next turn I'll play the beaver. Yeah. That's sad. Yeah, they have a lot of big creatures now. Yep. So they're a little stuck on mana. If they play this, Rooftop Assassin is fine. Even get a scry in. Not going to discard my card. Because then I kill them next turn. This thing gives all my guys +2/+2 and trample. So that's 4, 10, 16, 17, 21. Of course, I could die here. It is razor close. But I think I kill them with not Xaxis anymore. Dang. Okay. Okay, so they're at 16. They have 5. They're at functionally 18 from this thing. They're at... If I play this and this, that'll deal 2 to them. They'll go to back down to 16. Because remember, this gains them 2. So they're down at 16. Then I have 2, 6, 10, 12, 13, because this guy can crew him. 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. 21. Which means if they're at 16 and I have 21, then I can't kill them. I can come close, though. Play this. If I can kill their giant beaver. Oh. So I do another 2 to them. Nice little scry. Giant beaver. I'm going to put this on the bottom because I think this game's going to end next turn one way or the other. Oh, I'm also milling cards, yeah. So I might as well get a land. And I will hold the land because I might bring this guy back. Okay, so they're tapped out. But now they're dead, I think. So let's see. So I can play this and this. Right, because I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Play this, play this. This is 4, 8, 10, 12, 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23, 24, 25, 25. They have 5, 12, 13, 14, 15 toughness. And they're gaining 2, but this is dealing 2 to them. So they're dead on board. And if I did my math wrong, then I'll learn from my mistakes, but this should be good enough. Especially because they might not be able to perfectly line up all their blocks to do the maximum. Like, this thing can absorb 7, but they don't want to make that block. But they have to if they want this to work out. This thing can only absorb 5. This can only absorb... No, it's based on the toughness. So yeah, they'd have to chump block with everything. And I think I did the math properly here. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, I did it. Yes! Oh, man. Oh, that was satisfying. Nice. See you folks next round. Welcome. Round 1, we'll keep this. I mean, round 2, whatever. Green. I'll get a Surveil in. Basically drew me a card. Let's go. Sure. Against red-white, I think I can use my Skewer the Critics here. Even though I was about to blank this with my Giant Beaver. It would have traded for my Free Strider Commando. Next turn I'll play Beaver. Grew up the Beaver. Get a tap land down. Sure. Now I'm less certain I want to do that. That's good, though. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they ping me. Sure. Don't want to make that trade. Start by playing this. I will return that to my hand. I think playing another beaver here is better than the freeze rider. Next turn I might play Wolverine into whatever I hit off that. So this tells me they have +1/+1 in lifelink. Most likely. Oh. So now I have to draw set one of my 2 Savage Smashes to win. What am I doing? I don't have to do this. I just lose. Whoops. Well, this thing was going to kill me anyway. Pretty much, so I kind of have to get them to jump with it, but... They just take it? Oh my gosh. I can't believe they took that. They didn't want it. Wild. Yeah, Great Train Heist really got me there. To be fair, it was going to get me in that spot pretty much no matter what I did. That happens, though. I think I was favored to win if they didn't have a card like that. Oh well. Welcome to another round. Easy keep. Feel like we've gotten a little bit unlucky. Great Train Heist was pretty good. My opponent that one game, like, if they hadn't played Bristly Bill, I would have been able to play my game completely differently. But they did have the Bristly Bill, so it kind of messed with me. But yeah. Still just going to play out this guy on turn 2. If they don't have a 2-drop, it hits really hard. So this guy's going to hit for about the same amount, like 3 versus 3. I'm going to get a desert, though, but I might get a bounce land desert so I can get a surveil in. And so I figured I would just, like, slightly play around the counter spell while also just, like, figuring this out. Okay. Buff my trampler. They wanted to block it anyway, but this way I guarantee that I get the extra damage in, so they don't get to, like... Oh, they don't want to take damage, so they block a 3 power thing or whatever. Satoru. Are they just dead? Maybe. Okay. It's not the best, but not the worst. Maybe I should have my ping desert in just so I can, for this exact situation, so I can ping them. That's a disaster. I think I tapped badly there. Hopefully it doesn't cost me. I should have been able to tap so that I had the mana up to cast this anyway, and I could have gotten a thing that I wanted. They're dead on board, though. Yeah. Yeah, that was bad play, though. Gotta focus up. See you folks next round. Welcome. We will keep this. Hoping to draw a creature. Because if I draw a 3-drop to go with this Cunning Coyote, I can do some serious damage. Wow, turn 1 Harrier Strix is insane. They have a counterspell? Nope. Sure. Definitely not using Skewer the Critics on that. They are hitting me with this Harrier Strix. They're committed. If if I do draw a land, I can sharpshooter something, and then the following turn do this thing. Okay. Let's just think about this for a second. I can Savage Smash their Harrier Strix. Attack them. They'll block here. And this will be 5 power. I'll buff it to 6. No, I'll buff one of these. I'll buff it to 6. So it'll be 5 power, 6 power. They'll block here. Take 3. 5, 7. They don't block Aloe Alchemist, they're dead. Got him. Nice. I'm glad I took the second to find that line. So far, so good. See you next round. Welcome. This is a weird hand. We'll keep it, though. Crazy mana here. Will I be able to play this on turn 4 if I play this forest now? Yes. Yes, I will. Let's play this next turn. This actually worked out pretty well for me. I won't be able to bounce this thing, but that's okay. I can just bounce these over and over, which is funny. Infinite Surveils. They get rid of an Desecrator, I mean. Sure. Pretty good. Where do I want the counter? I think the Coyote. Because then the Coyote can crew it up by itself. I'm probably going to skewer the Critic's Magda. A Repulse, sure. Okay. So I have 5 mana this turn if I want it. I think I start by attacking with Coyote. Irritating. So I have 5 mana. I have 2 here, 3, 4, 5. So I can play this and this and this. Yeah, okay. Mostly just irritating that they have all this treasure now. Okay. Okay. Sure. Snakeskin Veil is a risky card to keep here. Oh, they're going to mill me. That's probably better for me anyway. Or it's fine, at least. Full steam ahead needs me to have creatures anyway. Sure. Every point of damage matters. I would definitely like another giant beaver. I have 27 cards in my library. I'm totally chilling. This is actually a sweet combo. Like, if this game was going to go on forever, it would be really good. There used to be a card called Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs in Hour of Devastation that I would constantly forget to do. That. No reason to do anything crazy here. They're just gonna get me. Whoa, they're gonna make a treasure. That's greedy. They're almost dead. They don't know it yet, though. So they can commit a crime to mill me, so I didn't really figure surveilling did much. This ping is actually coming up relevant. I think full steam ahead might just kill them now. So they're at 10. So I'm going to have 6, 13 power of trample. If I attack with only these two. And they have 3, 7, so they can absorb a chunk of it. I could also attack with the Deadeye Duelist if I wanted, but then they just get a free block there. But then if they do that, then they can only block 5 of the toughness here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think attacking makes sense here. Yep, so that's a block they want to make. They have to single block their best. And they have to block. Yeah, no, they don't have to block with anything. If they sack their Reckless Lackey, they die. Because it's got trample. I might not have been correct to attack with this guy, but I thought it was fine, because then it forced them to use their Deep Muck this way instead of to gain 4, essentially. Okay, and I get to do my surveillance trick here. Because before they would have been able to block with the Deep Muck on one of these guys and be at a little bit of a higher life total. So they'd be at 4, but then I'd have pinged them down to 3. And they wouldn't have Deep Muck, but they'd have like Reckless Lackey instead. Okay. It's crazy how relevant this, not only Duelist, but also this Archway combo has been. If I attack with both these guys, they have to block both. Can they block both in a way that kills them both? They can go block, 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 block. Yep, no need to do anything crazy here. They're still the ones that have to top deck something. Got 2 pings lined up. Yes! Got the win. That was good. Full Steam Ahead's been good in my deck. I like it in this build. Nice. See you folks next round. Welcome. Nice hand here. I really liked these Arid Archways. I think they've been good. 2 of them is not something I've had before. But I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I try too hard. I'm not going to discard anything. So what I'm going to do is next turn I'm going to plot this so I can go for the same play with the Beaver that I did before. Green, black, eh? Green, black stalls the board, which is where Full Steam Ahead shines. They're happy trading damage, it looks like. Change of plans. I'll draw another green source eventually. Okay. Seems pretty solid. Getting rid of their lookout is a good sign. Good start, good start. Play Beaver, use Archway to bounce my mountain or something. Maybe my forest. Sure. I'm going to plot this next turn. Which means I should bounce. No, I should keep Forest and play in case I draw a second one. I want to play it. Get him with my full steam ahead. This would be 4, 6, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19 points of power coming in, and they only have 5 points of toughness. I've got a lot of beefy creatures, so it does lead to these board stalls where full steam ahead can absolutely shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. So I can no longer cast red spells. Beautiful. So here's what we're going to do. We're down to Rumble, I think. Because what happens here is we can attack with everything. If they do try to eat here, then it means they can't double block this guy. And if they do double block this guy, I trade here. But they take a lot of damage. And I will put the counter onto the Naturalist. Yep. This way they take a lot of damage. 5 damage is a lot here when I'm planning on full steaming ahead next turn. Full steam ahead! Sorry, that's my conductor voice. Wow, they are entertaining me. Raucously. I hope they don't have a second Heartless Pillage. That would be bad. Would be sad and bad for me. Full steam ahead. Man the jib! We've won a few games with full steam ahead. Let's go! Oh, let's go! We're 1 win away from Mythic! Oh, nice! See you folks next round. Welcome! Great hand here. It's so funny. I was thinking about my deck, and I was like, do I have any rares in my deck? And it's because I have this Brushwag that I just haven't drawn. Okay. I will play the Duelist first. Maybe I want to plot this, and then I can play Duelist next turn and hit them for 4. If I Duelist, and then I play this... I really want to just get this guy going. So what are my options? I either play this, and then this on the next turn hit them for 4. Or I can do the Ping Skewer play. I think the Duelist is nice for that Ping Skewer play. Or I can plot this now. If I do draw a land for the Possum, I hit them for 6. That's a lot. This is the highest upside if I draw a land. I'm not that likely to draw a land, though. And since I do want to set up this line, I am going to be patient. Beautiful. It does it as I've foreseen. the mountain. And now I can do it again too. I can play this and into this because of my mana being good in this thing. So this taps for 2 for this guy. Charge! And then I can hold back some blocks, or force them to use this thing at least and ping. The pings will add up. I even have my arrowed archway plate set up. The brute! You brute! Okay, so first things first, we'll do this. Kind of just want to keep doing this and resetting it over and over. I don't think they'll let me do it, but it doesn't actually do much. Being able to get something haste could be better. Definitely going to attack with this guy, though. Sure, I'll bounce him. I think every point of damage might matter here. The 2/3 does block quite well. So I will do this one more time. I'll miss out on a ping. Okay. And now I will archway loop to get my stuff going. Sure. Sure. Huge rip. I only have one spell. Do I really want to use it to kill a prickly pear? I think so. Prickly pear plus a punch spell would be able to kill my Outcaster Greenblade this turn. And if they don't kill my Greenblade this turn, I'm going to be rolling in the dough. I really need a good draw coming up. But I still think it's best to get my guy big first. So we'll name green again. Attack with both. Okay. And now I'll start my archway loops. Got the win. Woo! Ha! Nice! We're in a mythic! We haven't played a rare this entire draft. You don't need rares. You just need skill. Where do we go in? Does it tell me? Rank up! Mythic limited rank! The thrill. I'll see you folks next round. Welcome! We are in the final round. We have a keeper on the play. And our opponent's mulliganing. This is our first time where we're going to get to cast the Tumblewag. So that's fun. I might just lead with the Tumblewag, honestly. This plays around other things. I'm just going to let them Thunder Salvo me if they want to. No! Why do I always get punished? I will name red. Gosh! My spidey senses were saying they might have that card too. Nice. The Desert Stew is useless. So that's at least something. Unless they have another. Okay, cool. Huge. Huge. Happy to play this guy. I'm going to get to double spell next turn. With these two bad boys. Sure thing. Well, that's just game, probably. So I'm going to put this on green. Yeah, that seems good to me. Not gonna let them trade their 3-2 for my 4-5. Sure. It's looking real good for us here, I will say. The Roadrunner, sure. 2-4, yep. I've got... So I can attack with everything. They don't have any great double blocks. But I think I want to play these two spells first. Just to get the extra 2 in the scry in. That's a good draw here. Okay, so they can double block my Pulverizer if they want. They are at 4. I have 10, 11 power in play. I've got a Skewer the Critics that can deal 3 to them. Desert Stew won't be good enough. Boom! Max wins! This deck, if you'd asked me, didn't think it would be. Perfect! Number 1000! Woohoo! Nice! What a win! We were 1-2 with this deck, I think. We were down in the dumps. Then we rattled them off. We stayed calm. I don't think I ever really got tilted. Did I get tilted? I don't know. I'm pretty happy with how this went. Let's go! Nice, nice, nice. Huge wins. That was very satisfying. Very satisfying. I'm quite pleased with that. No, I'm already 1001. My rank. How quickly the turntables. Well, this deck was really sweet. We didn't really need the Brushwag at all. It literally lived for less than a full turn the entire course of the draft. But just solid uncommons and commons get the job done. The Archway loop was sick. I think the Archways were really good this draft. I mean, the reason they were so good is because my entire deck is single pips except for this one double pip, which just makes it so much easier on the mana. I had these two to also help my colors out to like make up for these, so like having some dual lands helps. But then the Outcaster was great that game. The Savage Smashes. Having a double Savage Smash play game was so cool. Like, oh my gosh. That was awesome. if you made this all the way to the end of the video, remember to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. And to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag crazy train, because, or hashtag win train. I don't know. I think hashtag crazy train works because this was a really cool card that I haven't really found a good deck for yet in the format. And the runaway train took me to the promised land, got me some nice wins. So hashtag crazy train to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. If you would like to support my content, you can do so via Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, linked in the description below. You get access to my tier list, other cool rewards, and also help me make more videos like this one. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.